Yes, our big international coverage from Hong Kong, and the first not far away. It's a 1,400 metre race. We're going to have a look at the market here, and it's a Canberra Class 3 handicap, 1,400. The main hopes are Kalimantan at 13, 14 Super Sprint. Beautiful Sunday is at 8.20, Kowloon Star at 3.20, looks to be the favourite. Miracles at 8.10, Romantic Symphony for Shane Dye. It's in a couple of points to $12. 11 now, 9.30 about Ambition. Flash Harry, Stephen King's ride at 9.50, and at 19 Craig Williams' ride, the Grand Roof. And a lot of our famous Australian jockeys there today, and the coverage coming through now. Looks like a fantastic day at Sha Tin Racecourse, where we'll see the running of these 10 events, including the Hong Kong Vase, race 3, the Hong Kong Sprint. That's race 5, race 7, the Hong Kong Mile, and race 8, the Hong Kong Cup. Now, we can head to Sha Tin. The first event is not that far away. And let's head to our coverage of the big international day going to Hong Kong right now for the first.
I think he has to ride him a little bit more patiently.
I think he might let us know when he's ready. Smiling Forest. It was the case last season when his work really started to pick up.
As long as it's not when he's 100 to 1.
I don't think it'll be today. And this bottom on the Grand Roof is a big price at 88 to 1. He's got a bit of speed. Actually, he has the potential to go and upset a few in this with the pace that he's got.
Yes, around the group, he is still looking to be in good order. I've always made my case, haven't I? I think we've got to be interested in this when he steps back to Happy Valley, because he is looking very fit and well at the moment.
Okay, so that's the Grand Roof. He's almost 90 to 1, drifting out with more money coming in. That'll change on your screens in a moment. So that's 14, the Grand Roof. We've had a look at them all. 3.2 about the first favourite, number 6, Kowloon Star. I'm very happy about the report you've put up for him, because last time out there were the danger signs flashing.
Yeah, but I'm still not, for me, I think 2 horses stand out here. The 5, Beautiful Sunday on top over the 7 Miracles. These 2 look to be in impeccable condition here today. I really do want to be with them. And the 1, Loyal Devotion, I'm not going to climb off that just yet. I think that Mick Cannan could have a good opening ride here with the 1, Loyal Devotion. But 5, 7 and 1 is from the paddock.
OK, thanks, Mark. Beautiful Sunday, 5.9 is starting to tumble down in the betting. Half an hour ago was reading out at 6.7. So 5.9, the current quote for the David Hayes train, Beautiful Sunday. And how did you rate them in the first, David?
I've gone 5, 7, 9. I think it was a really hot field Beautiful Sunday dealt with last time. He looks as though he's really come together nicely now. David.
All right, we'll leave the team there, including Darren Flindell, David Raphael, who'll be calling the events for us. Favourite, a Kowloon Star by Anabar. And Kowloon Star, they're almost the favourites equally there. Miracles at 8.60, Romantic Symphony at 11. And very interesting way they're leading them in too. I'll show you this. Ambition 6.50, 10, Flash Harry. Now they have, we've just lost that shot of them, but they have sort of a very large banner sort of effect behind the horses, and all the attendants sort of get behind them to keep them moving into the barriers there. So everything is a little different overseas. Interesting, there's so many attendants, so many people, very professional the way they run their races at Sha Tin, of course, in Hong Kong. Lots of officials and many people there today for this big international program. Let's head trackside for the first on this big international day of racing from Hong Kong.
The first of 10 races on International Day for 2003. Let's take you to our commentator now, David Raphael.
Thank you, Darren. Yes, they're loading up quite nicely for the opening event. The Canberra Handicap, capital city of Australia, the home of fields of Omar and Dantana and Into the Night, and plenty of great horses that have come here and run as well. Sunline, of course, the memorable day. $30 for Kowloon Star. He's the favourite. He's got a wider barrier draw, though, drawn out in gate number 12. Miracles at 68. The 9 Ambition at 8.2. Kalimantan, $75. Now, the last one, or the last couple about to move up, Opera Magic, Ambition, and the favourite, Kowloon Star, is amongst them as well. Douglas White, our leading rider on Kowloon Star. And we're about to get the show on the road. We've been waiting all year in Hong Kong for our big day to come around, and here we are. The sun's shining, the stands are full. We're ready to get it all away. Good luck to all our international competitors watching the first event quite nervously, I would think, trying to just watch the first couple of races roll over and getting into their big days. Travelled the world, and here we are to watch it all. $30, the first favourite, Kowloon Star. It's down to finding a winner. He's 2-1. And Katamantan at $78. Miracles continues to hold at the $70 with the last one, the favourite, moving in. Ambition coming up at 74. Kowloon Star at the back of the stall's a bit tedious. They've got the front of the gate open for him, and every time they tippy-toe him forward, he just creeps back. He's done that 3 or 4 times now. Now they get a couple of extra attendants behind him, and they force him up to the back of the stalls. He's halfway there. He was doing this last time. He's got gate 12. Hopefully he gets out a bit better, and he goes in. Now they've got him loaded up. He's in. We're ready. Stand by. Flag up. Crowd roars for the first. There's some attention on the inside here. The assistant starter just drawing some attention to the inside stalls. Barrier number 2 a little bit restless at this point of time. And they put the hood back on it. They look just about ready. It's Beautiful Sunday standing better now. Now they've backed one horse out, and it's Opera Magic. Opera Magic, there must have been some trouble with him as well, and they've pulled him out of the back of the stalls. They're just having a look at the front leg there with him. Vet's just checking him to see if there's any problems. Look for the sign here. Now the communication coming through. He's coming out. The 10 scratched. Opera Magic has hurt himself. Stand by. Late scratching. Number 10, Opera Magic. The 10 horse taken out in the stalls. He's done something to him there, to himself there. The others stand in the gates. We wait for the assistant behind the stalls to give the okay as Opera Magic leaves the race course. He walks off on the inside. Now they ready themselves again. Stand by here. Opera Magic repeating a late scratching, the 10 horse. Jamie Spencer watches the first from behind the stalls. They stand up well. Wait for the okay. There it is. Ready. And we're away. Great start. The Grand Roof best out. Out wide, Kowloon Star going forward, and Salentino right in the middle. Beautiful Sunday lands on the rail underneath them and pushes through as Kowloon Star wants the front. Right behind them, Super Sprint, 3 off the lead, followed by Miracle, Smiling Forest, Katamantan the middle. Flash Harry, Brown Jacket, caught wider, followed by Ambition, Loyal Devotion. 2 lengths Asia Rising, and at the tail, Dramatic Symphony. At the 1,000, Kowloon Star. Rolls over to lead from Beautiful Sunday, no cover. 3 wide, Salentino pushing on, and even wider, Smiling Forest trying to get through. The Grand Roof Park's in for cover from Flash Harry at the half mile. Super Sprint on the inside, Katamantan Miracle splitting them from Ambition, about 6 off the leaders. Loyal Devotion, Asia Rising, and last of all, Romantic Symphony. On the bend, 600 to go. Kowloon Stars had a breather. Salentino second. Smiling Forest has done a tough 3 deep. Beautiful Sunday behind the leader. The Grand Roof tracks them from Flash Harry, Super Sprint the inside. Miracle switches to the outside. 4 off the leaders, travels well. Katamantan bump with it. Ambition tracks in just behind Miracles, trying to get through. Romantic Symphony deeper. Kowloon Star in front of the 300, kicked well. Miracles, Ambition is staying on though. Beautiful Sunday, 1 pace, runs flat, can't go on. Next Super Sprint, Kowloon Star in front. Miracles has got him though. Ambition coming after Miracles. Miracles drifting out under pressure. He pushes hard and Anton gets him to win a length and a half. Miracles first. Ambition second, third, Loyal Devotion in a photo with Super Sprint, Romantic Symphony. Kowloon Star the inside, Asia Rising behind them. Salentino, Flash Harry, Smiling Forest. Beautiful Sunday has stopped. He found nothing. Katamantan has run in last of all. Number 7, Miracles. Danny Shum and Anton Marcus win the opener. The Dolphin Street 4-year-old put in a couple of spine-tingling performances at his first 2 runs here. He came from off the pace on those occasions and got home like a rocket. And today the announcement came through about 5 minutes before the race, or 10 minutes before the race, that they'd ride him a little bit closer. They'd use the good barrier draw. He landed in a good spot, and he was able to travel really well on the circle. And when he pulled to the outside, it really was the horse that was going nicely, and he's been able to win. Ambition, reasonable price about him. He stayed on pretty well. Tracking Miracles, a good ride really. He's obviously set Miracles out as his target horse in the run, and he's been able to run in second. 4 of them across the track, a typical Hong Kong finish for minor money. and it looks as though Loyal Devotion has got it a nose to Kowloon Star, Romantic Symphony and Super Sprint. That's what you call a typical Hong Kong run for money. Loads of them. It is official, 7-9-1. Miracles first, Ambition second, Loyal Devotion third, officially fourth in Kowloon Star.
Yeah, what a finish that was, and you can see how professional they are there at Hong Kong, at Sha Tin, with all their technology and all the other things there. It's just fantastic coverage, isn't it? Miracles, Ambition, Loyal Devotion. Bulls, 770 and 260, Anton Marcus over Ambition and Loyal Devotion, 2770, 5910 and 907, the 791 trifecta in the first. Now, we are bringing you this one event from Bordertown, which happens to be their cup race, and it's not far off. Hello, hello is the rating special. Tieback, Greenie and Pagano, 1, 3, 4 and 2. Field of 9 over the 1900. Hello, hello at 280 and 570. Pagano, some support Tieback. Greenie in the market 2. Dinky Barry's the firm's second elect for Holly McKechnie there at 310. Go Spiders given a chance, and the others all appear to be at big odds. Correct White Sunshine Coast.
Shed in Bordertown Cup. Third TAB running of this race. Kosi Pira still away from the line. And an attendant holding the ear of Dinky Barry in barrier 1. Kosi Pira goes in. They're all in, set for a start. Bordertown Cup on a magnificent day weather-wise here on the border. Spirit of Demas wants to lay on the stalls. Now Dinky Barry wants to get his head over the top of the gate. Racing now, Dinky Barry jumped away okay from the inside. Away nicely also, Hello, hello, and working over Go Spider, Tieback, Kosi Pira are pressing on. Greenie's going to take a trail. Switching to the rails, Spirit of Demas, followed by Legal Hand, and out to last went Pagano. Go Spider on the outside of Dinky Barry has declared him on, and Go Spider, although racing a little bit greenly out of the straight, will take up the running from Dinky Barry, and the speed's genuine. 2 lengths away, Hello, hello on the outside of Spirit of Demas. Then 2 lengths to Greenie, followed by Tieback, Pagano from Legal Hand, and Kosi Pira was forced to go back when Go Spider showed so much speed. Inside of him, he's now last. In the back they race, 1,200 metres to go, and the leader Goes Spider by a length and a half to Dinky Barry. 2 lengths away, third Hello, hello, who's racing on the outside of Spirit of Demas. Then 2 to Greenie, followed by Tieback, Pagano from Legal Hand, and Kosi Pira is still at the tail of the field. They're halfway along the back straight, approaching 1,000, and it's Go Spider setting the speed in the Bordertown Cup by 3/4 of a length on Dinky Barry. 2 lengths away, third Spirit of Demas on the inside of Hello, hello. So Dinky Barry has come away from the rail, and Hello, hello has a little bit of cover. Out wide, Tieback being moved out of the way, but starting a run now around Greenie, followed by Pagano, sneaking home along the inside, waiting for an opening. Then came Legal Hand and Kosi Pira. Go Spider put up the white flag at the 500. Dinky Barry found the lead. Hello, hello going after Dinky Barry strongly. Wide out was Tieback. Now around the outside, Greenie getting home. Pagano near the inside, needs a bit of luck. Coming around the corner, 300 metres to go in the Bordertown Cup. It's Dinky Barry. Hello, hello on the outside. Then came Tieback, trying to work through the field. Pagano got held up. Greenie ahead of Pagano, going to the lead. Hello, hello. Monday took a look over the shoulder. He's well clear now of Dinky Barry. Then Greenie down the outside. He's a very good horse, this bloke, or she is. Hello, hello came away and scored by 4 lengths to Greenie. Pagano was most unlucky, flashed up for third, followed in by Dinky Barry, then Spirit of Demas, Kosi Pira, Tieback, Go Spider and Legal Hand came in last.
Nice win to the very much in form Hello, hello, and Mark Monday in the Bordertown Cup. Coverage of the big one at Bordertown today. To Bordertown, the Cup to Hello, hello, Mark Monday, Greenie and Pagano, 7:10 Quinella, 37:20, the 142 trifecta. And we have this interview coming up with the trainer of Just Profound.
It's been my first season at it, and touch wood, things have been going really good. I've had 14 winners to date in 23 seconds, 18 thirds. Horses have been running very well.
All right, this big meeting at Sha Tin, how many runners you got and what are their chances?
I've got 4 runners, Alan. Got a horse called the Duke running in the Class 1, 1,600 metres, ridden by Anton Marcus. He won very impressively his last start, over 1,400. and I think the step up to the mile is not going to be a problem. He's carrying a bit of weight. He's got 130 pounds, but he'll be very competitive.
And you got Damien Oliver and Darren Beedman riding for you?
That's right. Damien rides a horse called Jazz Beat in the 2000 Class 1 race. And again, I think he'll be very competitive. He ran 5th last start, beaten less than a length at Happy Valley. Now he's at the big track at Sha Tin. I think he'll run very well.
Right. And what's the other one Beedman's on?
Beedman's on a horse called Sight Champion, running over 1200 in Class 3. And if he draws a good gate, he'll be competitive.
Right. The last of your 4?
Last of my 4 is actually an Australian horse that was raced in Sydney as Masked. I think he won his last 6 starts there. He's stepping out for his first run here, over 1400. Very nice horse. He's going the right way, but it's going to be hard first up.
Right. The best of your 4?
The Duke, yeah.
I misheard everyone there. That was actually Casper Founds, who's a first-season trainer. And, of course, he has Jazz Beat in this with Damien Oliver to ride, so one of the chances in the race, and he's got some good chances later on. Alan Thomas catching up with one of the top trainers there at the moment in Hong Kong. Now, the runners at the start. This is the second on the card, and they're about to start moving them in. This is over the 2000 this time. Pretty big field here. And the runners will move in shortly. First 4 I gave you Melbourne, 395 and 2, $835. And you can see the divs scrolling on the bottom there for your various states. Jazz Beat well in the market too for Damien Oliver. And was around that $5 mark. So there's a few of them fighting out favouritism here. Liberal's Choice, of course, well in the market too for Shane Dye. Beethoven for Dwayne Dunn, given a good chance. So they're about to start leading them in there on a sensational day. It's just turned up to be perfect for the Big 10 event card with the internationals, of course, to come. The first of the big races is the third, the Hong Kong Vase at Group 1. 2 million, nearly 2.5 million there in prize money over the 2400. Let's go to the track now to Sha Tin for race 2.
When getting brought down here, when a favourite. I was very pleased the way he came back after that. It really didn't appear to have any great standings, any great sort of playback on him, because he came back and put up a good run the next time of asking. So he's obviously a pretty tough racehorse.
OK, runners are about to move up into the gates. We're down to the last 1 minute of betting. Runners continue to circle. Liberal's Choice 3.1, Beethoven at 4.7. Number 13, Keen Marshall at 9.1 has been kept very safe by the Hong Kong public. Yet to win over 2,000 metres, but has been very strong over 1,800 metres. Only the one go at it so far, and he did have to carry top weight in that race as well and was beaten some 5 lengths. Keen Marshall today only has the 115 to carry. He has already had 2 runs under his belt with the first up win in September, and then a close third to Buffetto last time out.
1 or 2 races, of course, being run over the 2,000 metres here in Hong Kong today. It's not very often we get to see races over this sort of trip, certainly not 2 in an afternoon. And it's just a prelude, of course, to the big race of the day, the Hong Kong Cup, being run rather later on, race 8 at 4:35.
And what a treat to be talking about quality like this so early in the day.
Absolutely outstanding. If the rest of the day goes like the first went, I'll be more than happy to be here.
Let's take it to David now for the call.
Yes, they're moving up nicely again for the second, and $30 last look at the board for Liberal's Choice. When he went out onto the track, he was at 34, so he's been supported. He's got a great barrier draw of 2, likes to take a prominent position. Looks a major chance. $48 for Beethoven. He'll have to give this fellow Liberal's Choice a little bit of a start, possibly, but he's got a weight pull. He's a very nice horse. Keen Marshall out a bit to 9.3 as he's about to be loaded away. And the 9-horse Jazz Beat comes down a little bit to 9.2. Now, the last couple about to move in. Keen Marshall just walking at the back of the stalls at this point of time. He's drawn in 4. Wayne Smith takes the ride on him, and he's loaded up. So we're ready. Flag is up. Stand by. And away they go. Nice even start. Millimetre got a bump. Celebration drops back. Beethoven's going forward. Liberal's Choice the inside and Surveyor getting over. Beethoven, they want to be there. Surveyor pushes underneath him and Liberal's Choice is going to park right behind them. Oscillate, Keen Marshall, Equator Kid, the pink from Millimetre and Dynamite 6 wide trying to ease back into a spot. From Celebration, Helene Vitality off the speed. Gift, Cheers, Hong Kong, Jazz Beat. Idle last of all. They go to the mile. Beethoven leads. Keen Marshall second. Millimetre third, 3 wide, no cover. Surveyor behind the leader. Oscillate in the middle. Equator Kid 3 deep has cover though. Out wide is Celebration. Liberal's Choice gets buried back midfield the rail. Helene Vitality between runners from Dynamite. Cheers Hong Kong Gift. Jazz Beat and last of all is Idle. Down the back, Keen Marshall keeping Beethoven honest. The pace not a record at the 1200. Millimetre parks a length off them now, 3 deep. Surveyor behind them from Oscillate, next Equator Kid. From Liberal's Choice, Helene Vitality, Celebration. Back to the inside, Cheers Hong Kong at the 1,000-metre mark from Dynamite Jazz Beat. Gift second last, at least 8 off the leaders, Idle at the tail. On the outside, Keen Marshall still keeping Beethoven honest, and there's a head between them. Surveyor parks behind them. Oscillate's had a great trip right in the middle. Travels well at the 800-metre mark as they run the circle. Just behind those is Equator Kid from Helene Vitality. Liberal's Choice the inside as Oscillate pushing on a little bit. Gets up a bit closer behind the leaders on the bend. They run to the 600. Beethoven, Keen Marshall. Oscillate the middle. Millimetre 3 wide. Surveyor behind them. Helene Vitality, Liberal's Choice needing the out. Equator Kid now 1 pace. Celebration under Dynamite. Gift forced wider. Cheers Hong Kong, Jazz Beat and Idle last. Inside the quarter, Beethoven flat on the fence, leads 3/4 to Keen Marshall. Surveyor gets out, Helene Vitality, Equator Kid staying on. Jazz Beat held up, Dynamite, Celebration coming on. Beethoven in front, Helene Vitality rallies. He's big hard, the old legs, draws up to Beethoven. Now Dynamite staying, Liberal's Choice through the middle. Helene Vitality, roll the clock back. He finds the post today. 3/4 to Cheers Hong Kong and Beethoven. Liberal's Choice third, Dynamite, Liberal's Choice fourth, Dynamite fifth. Next Celebration, Jazz Beat. Back to the inside, Surveyor, Equator Kid, Keen Marshall. Oscillate and Gift second last. Idle is knocked up at the tail of the field. The old 7-year-old for Danny Shum, what a start to a day. The biggest day of the year, and Danny's taken a double in the first 2 races. A great training performance to get Helene Vitality back into the winner's stall. He showed us 2 runs back with a great effort there when second, that he was back, possibly, maybe not to the heady days when he was running in Dubai in one of the great 2,400-metre races. He ran in the frame there. While here, well, we're nearly 2 years down the track from that day. He's been to Melbourne. He's running our big races here.
Vitality. Anton Marcus wins the first 2, 990 and 330. Cheers from Hong Kong and Beethoven, 102.60, 426, 1,993, the 211 and 14 trifecta. The Vase, not far off. One of the big features there today from Honkers, from Sha Tin, and the race, of course, at Group 1, nearly $2.5 million. The first 3 all in the market. Fields of Omar, of course, at 350. He's probably a lot longer on track there. Polished Summer 12, 11 Warsand. He's a chance. 7:30 Imperial Dancer and 9:10 River Dancer. Some Money Calabar and also Valiant Chanty at 11. Warsand, this is same distance as he faces today in the Vase. This was at Epsom in June over the same distance, Coronation Cup, and he's got the white with the striped caps. Let's see Warsand's run back in June in the Coronation Cup.
Making a bold attempt to lead this out from Black Sam Bellamy in the blue colours down the outside. Bandari and Blue Jacket widest of all comes highest. Warsand's got no room. Polish Summer finds the weakening Zindabad in his lap. Black Sam Bellamy goes to the front, pressed by Bandari in the centre. Down the stand side, highest and Warsand, who had to be switched, trying to join in. A furlong and a half to travel, and it's Black Sam Bellamy on the far side, pressed by highest. Then Bandari down the outside. Warsand gets on terms. Black Sam Bellamy pressed in the centre by highest. The stand side Warsand, who grinds his way to the front and will win the Vodafone Coronation Cup. Warsand wins.
Fields of Omar goes to the lead from Defier. Lonhro within a length of the leaders now, and then came Clangalang and Natural Blitz. Fields of Omar, Defier with Lonhro challenging on the outside. Fields of Omar first for home from Defier. Lonhro under great pressure the outside. It's Fields of Omar the inside, Defier, and Lonhro the outside. Fields of Omar still has the lead. He's going to do it. Fields of Omar by a neck wins the Cox Plate.
Of course, Fields of Omar we all know, and that brilliant win in the Cox Plate. And we wish all the connections and Tony McAvoy all the best there today in the Vase. And Warsan, of course, was a winner there of the Coronation Cup at Epsom. Now they're moving in pretty well at Sandown. Kiraseki, the 440 favourite. The Hong Kong Vase is about to come up with a top field here, and the runners are parading nicely here for the running of the Vase at Group 1, and nearly $2.5 million in prize money here afield to consist of some very good horses from right around the world, and they'll be moving off there. And it looks like they're going to be running late, does it not? Are they only just moving out? Yeah, they are. So this race is going to run late and is due in 2, but they are going to run late. But we can take your trackside to get a guide on what is happening there.
181.50, the colt, who ran so well in the Irish Derby back on the 29th of June. His work's been good, his trials have been nice, but I would have liked to have seen just a little bit more out of him in his one run over the 1,400 metres here.
Yeah, I can't say that I'm overly struck by him from the paddock. I'd have been clipped out. Looks okay, just getting himself a bit warm and on his toe. We'd have to see more than we saw first time up from him.
Yeah, he was back over 7 furlongs. It definitely didn't suit him. He did get crowded when he was one pace to sprint. I think 6 weeks ago they were rather concerned whether he was going to be in the field or not, whether he was going well enough. We're watching Calabar go up to post as well. He's a 3-year-old. He normally sits off the pace. Terry Tourier takes the ride on him. How's he looking?
I think he looks okay. Calabar, another one obviously been clipped out, but looks as though he's in fine order. I like the way he's just settled in. He's been very relaxed about everything, and he was the one horse in this race that I thought was offering some real value. Certainly don't dislike him from the paddock at all.
There's 20 points between Calabar and Valion Chanty in the betting. There was only a half length between them the last time the pair met. 13 is Industrial Success, going out at a big price.
Industrial Success, the only horse I thought that may go on in this race. Very hard to find any pace, and this was the one horse I thought may end up going forward from his gate of 12. It's hard to imagine that he'd want to sit back because he'll end up being very deep. I wouldn't be at all surprised if this went on. Looks okay without being really inspiring.
Yeah, good 3-year-old finish. She got a long way back in the French Oaks with only a slow pace and stayed on pretty one-paced. She's freshened since then, and she's done well. She's won 2 of the 3 coming into this, both at Group 2 level. Sting out of the ground is the question. Probably better for her. And her mother was placed in the French Oaks and actually ran second in the Hong Kong Cup behind Motivation back in 1993. So at least a bit of blood has turned up here with this filly again.
Valiant Chanty, I thought she'd come in with an exercise rug on her, quite frankly. She's that small that the number cloth drowns her. You can't, literally, she tucks up the light underneath it, but it comes down lower than her belly. She is very, very light, but obviously a very good horse. She's got heart for the game. It's great to see a small horse like this actually run the big races that she can, but she wouldn't be a paddock pick at all.
815 pounds in body weight, Valion Chanty. Because the French filly ran second in this race last year and Accra released.
Actually, 3-year-old fillies have got big records in staying races when they're travelling overseas. It's amazing the money they can win in these races.